So, looks like we finally have a kit reveal for C3PO. I've just scrambled upstairs to have a look at this. I've seen nothing of this kit yet. Hopefully we've got some Ewok Synergies in it. The one thing I've seen so far is 5 uniques, which seems maybe over the top, but we'll have to see what we've got. So, light side, support, Galactic Republic, Rebel, Resistance, Droid. I think that's just the same tags as R2-D2's got. No Ewok tag, but I don't think he really needs one. Right, basic, Baffling Trick. Inflict Confuse for 3 turns, max of 3 stacks, which can't be evaded. If the target's already confused, the duration for all current stacks resets to 3 turns. Reduce target enemy's turn meter by 6% and an additional 3% for each stack of translation on C3PO. So on the basic, we already have 2 new mechanics. That also doesn't deal any damage, so I think we're going to get a similar kind of Hermit Yoda character from this. So confuses detrimental effects based on the number of stacks. So 1 is buff immunity, 2 is, that's basically days I think, no counters, no assists, no bonus turn meter. It will still allow for double taps I think, so like Raid Hand will still be able to attack twice, which I know he can't do with days. And number 3, when they use their basic, increase all cooldowns by 1. Ooh. Ooh, that is nasty. So if it's basically a permanent ability block unless some kind of cooldown reduction goes on them. Special 1. So Special 1 is C3PO gains potency up and stealth for 2 turns, so the stealth's going to be really helpful to keep him alive. Then he and other target ally gain translation for 3 turns. C3PO inflicts Confuse twice on target enemy for 3 turns, then calls all other allies with translation to assist, dealing 50% less damage. So again, this is very similar to Hermit Yoda with his Master's Trainer. It doesn't... I don't think translation seems to buff them with anything. Wait, no, I've read a bit further down, it does. So, gives them a buff and calls them all to assist. Yeah, looks pretty good, that one. Unique number 1, Protocol Droid. So final text with a Zeta, he has plus 20 speed. When he's active, Galactic Republic, Rebel, Resistance and Ewok allies gain the unique buff Translation for 3 turns, max of 3 stacks. Each time they use a special ability, Translation can't be copied. If the character already had Translation, the duration for all current stacks resets to 3 turns, so that's the same effect that we get with Confuse. When C3PO is defeated, all stacks of Translation will expire. So, number 1 is 30% max health. Always good, especially with the Ewoks, with all their passive healing they get. Gain 15% crit chance on number 2. And when C3PO uses basic, decrease their cooldowns by 1 for number 3. Ooh, I like that one. So, plus 20 speed on C3PO, so I think you do want him as fast as possible. He doesn't do damage, so just like Hermit Yoda, you mod him for speed, maybe health if you need him to survive. And then he gives all these buffs. I don't really like that it disappears when he dies, you know, that's not what we get with Hermit Yoda, but it is what it is. We'll have to see how that works out. So unique number 2, also has a Zeta, C3PO and R2-D2 have plus 10% evasion for each of their own stacks of translation. At the start of the encounter, they both gain translation for 3 turns. When there are no other allied combatants, C3PO escapes from battle. Yeah, more of the Hermit Yoda kind of thing. And a synergy with R2, which I suppose we were all expecting. So starting with translation. So they only gain 1 stack, but it's still plus 30% max health to start with. And then unique number 3. All allies have plus 10% defense penetration. Each time a Galactic Republic or Ewok ally gains a different non-unique non-protection buff, they gain plus 15% protection up from 2 for 2 turns. For each stack of translation, Galactic Republic allies have plus 10% defense penetration doubled for Ewoks. See, because defense penetration is something a lot of them are missing out on. So I'm really liking the way this is working. Number 4, Cyborg Relations. All allies have plus 10% potency. Whenever a rebel or Ewok ally uses their basic, they inflict expose on target enemy for 2 turns, can't be evaded. For each stack of translation, rebel allies have plus 10% potency doubled for Ewoks. Ooh, this is starting to look like a game changer. This is ridiculous. We'll finish the kit first before I start going off on a rant. Unique 5. All allies have plus 10% crit damage. Whenever a Resistance or Ewok ally uses their special ability, they inflict offense down on target enemy for 2 turns, can't be evaded. For each stack of translation, Resistance allies have plus 10% critical damage, doubled for Ewoks. So, these 3 are very similar. They're all plus 10% of some buff. Whenever something happens, they gain something. And then, for each stack of translation, they get this bonus. And Ewoks get all of them. So, he seems to essentially be built for an Ewok team, which I really wasn't expecting. You know, he is the Ewok god and all, but I was thinking they'd push different factions with this. So let me just tally up a second, actually, what we get for each stack of translation. So, Ewoks would get 20% defense penetration. We'd get 20% potency. And we'd get 20% crit damage. So that's every stack gives you that. And I assume that's for every stack that's on that specific ally, not for on all allies, because if that is all allies, that is obscene. That's amazing. I mean, they all start with that as well, so it's all 10% of each of those as standard. Just everyone starts with that. So if we have him fast enough, he'd go first. Target ally gives translation. It's defense penetration, potency, and crit damage. You almost certainly want that to go on Wicket at that point. I don't know what the team would be now, to be honest, because I really don't like taking Elder out of an Ewok team just because you've got all the revives, the healing, the cleansers, everything. And I don't think I see a cleanse or anything for C3PO. So that's something really useful, but I think he's the only one you can really take out of the team. Interesting. Yeah, and I don't know what to think of this. This is a lot of passive bonuses. Hopefully it's worth it to take Elder out for this. I mean, it's a lot. There is a lot here. Especially this, where it uses a basic ability to decrease their cooldowns. But that requires 3 stacks, and it doesn't seem that quick to get them. Oh wait, they gain it each time they use a special, so... Oh yeah, okay, Ewoks get those quick. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Yeah, so I think that has to be it then. So C3PO replaces Elder, Paplu still goes first. Paplu calls Logray, Logray gives turn meter. Then I think it might be worthwhile to specifically mod C3PO to go next. So nerf the speed on Shaper and on Wicket. Make sure C3PO goes next. C3PO targets Wicket. And Wicket uses 1 or 2 specials immediately. And he's already on 3 stacks. And then he's being called to assist. He spams a bunch of specials. This team just got a lot more damage. You know, it's already the opening barrage is what gets them going. This is just ridiculous. So we've got him now basically spamming specials all over the place. He's got more defense penetration, he's got more damage, he's inflicting expose with his basic, inflicting offense down with his specials, and he's getting a ton of protection. Yeah, this is... Yeah, we definitely replace Elder with C3PO then, when we've got him. My question is, what do the Zetas do? Like, I don't know what this text is with no Zeta, so maybe you need both to make it worthwhile. If I had to guess,